Hey, all this and all this. I think the last recording crashed. I'm pretty certain it crashed. Hopefully it remember master difficulty. Yes, it does remember master difficulty, but that was a very weird crash. That was weird. That was a very weird crash. Actually, and this lasts now a really long time, right? Like, yeah, it lasts 285 seconds is what we saw that it lasted, so yeah. And then of course I set up the thing, map market to be over there, but yeah. So we encountered a mountain lion, I tried fighting it, being stupid and stuff that, without a cause. Because here's the thing, right, the goal was normally not to like level up hardly at all and stuff that until we were powerful enough, right, and stick to being low level, right, because obviously, right, gaining levels is really bad. Now, obviously, right, you might say that, okay, like how are we actually gonna kill stuff? Like it either has to be that we have to collect a bunch of things from enemies that are already dead, basically, pretty much. It's probably what we need to be doing. So that's it. We need to basically make sure. Actually, let's cast the spell a few times. Because if we can raise a conjuration, then that would be great. If we can raise the conjuration a little bit, so yeah. Of course, going back to the Imperial City and stuff like that, and you can see that it's set to the difficulty level now. I don't know, because the weird thing, right, is that when the recording crashed, it showed as being paused. I was in the main menu, but then it just disappeared. I thought that, okay, rebooting the game is gonna give us the thing and stuff that, I have no idea what caused it to crash. Was it the fact that I died and then an NPC was like trying to kill the mountain lion that there was just so much calculations going on at once is the question. So yeah.
Speak.
Imperial Palace. Okay. Oh, Palace District there. Yes.
You have my ear, citizen.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. We should be able to reach here from... yeah, we can just go straight across here. It is very misleading, the blue one there, actually. I don't even need it. Just go straight forward here. To the arena. Now, theoretically, we can of course open this chest now and get the really good punchy gloves somewhere. I could watch the thing. Yeah, they should be here somewhere. Oh. Cool people of the Imperial City. Welcome to the arena.
No talk.
Yeah, because they normally fight each other. And basically this thing here is... we open it. Grab all of them. And grab the bands for the corn hour. Now we need to make sure, of course, that we don't get captured now. Because we do have just a little bit of bounty, but yeah. So, read some books.
I heard there were some goblins around here recently. Awful creatures.
Okay, nope. Get the other one.
Farewell.
We need to make sure that we get some damage on our bound stuff. I should have actually put the marker there where that thing was actually.
You have my ear, citizen.
I have your ear.
What is it, citizen?
So the bands of the Quan now It's the thing that you really need to grab early on if you're like a melee build and stuff like that, because yeah. It counts as being light armor course, obviously, and it fortifies hand to hand by 20 points. It's good. Outside, of course, again above 100, it doesn't do anything and stuff like that, but still.
Don't be the last to read today's Black
Oh.
Horse Courier.
Okay, let's go and grab some repair hammers.
You look like someone I might be able to help.
Let's go and grab repair hammers.
I think
Okay, so that's
good that you want to get better. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
so that's a little most of. Oh, I do have an ebony shield though.
Thank you. Bye.
Why does it show wrong there? Right, because I have that equipped.
Let's do business.
So get rid of one of the silver long swords.
A good price for a good customer.
Arrows.
That's a fair deal. You drive a hard bargain. You drive a hard bargain. That's a good deal.
And then orky stuff starts appearing.
Tell your friends about me. Goodbye.
Okay, we need to make sure that we take damage. Now, of course, the best thing is once we reach what is it in armor that we need to reach. So we need to reach 75 in armor, basically. That's what we need. Wait, can we?
What?
Check what you have.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Yeah, you. Ooh, mithril helm though. Oh man, mithril helm is so nice looking.
Goodbye.
I'm pretty certain that, for example, that this helm, the bound stuff, we can actually use. You know, all the bound stuff we can use. So now we need to take damage from something. Right, let's make sure that we save, because I don't think we can make it far enough outside the city with the timer. How long is it left? Can I check that? Does the magic display correctly, or does it only display the... It only displays that it's 285 seconds, so... right, let's go down into the sewer, right? Because the bandit should be here. The bandit person should be here.
To arms!
Hello, Mr. Bandit. We're taking damage, please. Please tell me we're taking damage now. Bound sword is taking damage. Come on, hit me, please. Okay, nice, very nice. Very nice that you're actually hitting me. That's nice. That's good enough. Thank you. Please, the guard. Please. What help? Okay, now basically we need to make the guard needs to kill him quick enough here.
Watch out!
Please help. Please help several guards.
Show me what you've got.
Please. You guard help. Please. Everyone attack. Please. I'm almost out of time. Please. Kill, please. Please, please, please kill. He needs to die before the timer runs out.
Show me what you've got.
This is so close now, man. Because basically, if I cannot repair it, then, you know. Nah, that's bad. However, the bandit guy had off battle axe level. So he had some stuff. Repair hammers. Repair stuff. Okay. Some victories. Yeah, we didn't really lose out on much there at all.
Get your black horse courier here.
Okay. Now we go back outside here again. To the Vovnet Inn. And let's go back now and find the thing, because now we have enough repair hammers to do the whole repairing shenanigans, which we need to be doing. How many more do I have? We have 18 now. Okay, good. Because yeah, and the fact that luck is like main stat. The thing is that supposedly what luck actually does, by the way, for those that don't know, right? Okay, there is the Puma. That's actually good. Because if the Puma can follow us, then we can very, very easily stuff needed. I think it's going to be over here somewhere. Up here, basically. Because see, the thing is that there's a lot of conjurations, but I don't know why. I know that they're alright. In certain books, there are things that gives you like map locations and stuff like that. I know that, for example, that there is a sort of thing that's gonna be. But yeah, but finding a lot of locations is of course like really, really important. Like to use like map out stuff on the map and stuff like that. You know, it's very important. There's a bear. There's the location. This should be for the bound stuff. Oh, it needs a bird to rest. Huh? Please, please. Okay, where's my ghost? Ghost, can you actually kill a bear? Okay. I mean, if you can kill a bear, that would be good. Mr. Ghost, can you kill a bear? Can you kill a bear, Mr. Ghost? Come on, Mr. Ghost. Kill a bear. Okay. Doing some damage to the bear. Hit. Oh, that's some damage. Fuck, I couldn't hear all nowhere. What the fuck? Conjurer, that's all of a sudden like, haha, like I'm the conjurer.
Aye, damn you. Is that the best you can do?
You know what? I would love to actually use. I would love to use go on my weapon, put on the poison of silence, and then deal with him and stuff like that. But you know, he has already has his thing out.
Die, cur.
Where did he come from, though? That's the question. Is the Popus Ghost? Yes.
I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Hey, please. We can actually do this. We can actually win a combat. I am smart and run away and heal, please. Heal, please. Oh, it was silenced for a while at least. Fudge. She dodge. Please don't adrenaline rush, please tell me. No. No adrenaline rush for me. Use regular restoration. Do we have anything to increase our max health? No. Next time, Conjurer. Next time. I mean, I know that if we used... Now that would still be less damage if we do that. Because we kept no arrows. I mean, where is the... Imperial Guard, please? Please help. Please. Okay, fuck him up. He got... like, because like his elemental is just standing up there. He's being like... Wait, is he gonna actually kill it? Yeah, he is. Okay, good. So what did you have? Bruce its use. Stagger. Great staff for this spell. Oh. Oh, that's actually... That's a lot of good potions, though. Man, that's a lot of good potions. But not only that, right? Like, okay, so Mage's Robe, so he was an actual mage, a real mage. And, I mean... hell yeah. What? Okay. I'm pretty certain that this should be able to have more damage on it, actually. Okay, so why couldn't I repair the dagger? I could, okay. Thank you, at least. I thank you. Cast the Sun Ghost a few times. But then he has already killed the cat. Yeah. Which has a bone. We are bound home. So see, that's something that I don't remember those being a thing in the original. Maybe they were always a thing in the original. That's a way that you can get certain spells. So that's a very, very expensive bound spell. Bound bow. So, yeah. Actually, we should be casting Summon Scamp, because Summon Scamp is actually more expensive to cast. Because basically the way magic works, by the way, like putting magic here is not really necessary. Yes, it will make certain things be a lot quicker and stuff that if you actually do have it and stuff that. But yeah, but we want to go to the market district again. Let's do some stuff again. Is our mercantile high enough though? It is 40. Because once that reaches 50, by the way, once it reaches 50, when it reaches 50, basically, it makes it so that you can. So 10, 11, 12. So that's midnight, correct? Yes. Okay. So right, we could make a bunch of money now. Because we want to have money so we can buy those more powerful conjuration spells.
What do you want? Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
Woven battle axe, elven
You
boots,
drive a
great
hard bargain.
staff of
That's a
dispel,
good deal.
lamp
You've
pelt.
made a good bit of gold.
No, that's not worth. Silver arrows are worth
A
though.
fine transaction.
Silver longsword is worth. Yeah, so.
A pleasure to... You too.
Go ahead. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
We could get the helmet right, because what helmet are we wearing? We know we are actually wearing the better helmets and stuff like that, so yeah.
Farewell.
But we want to make sure that we sell as much stuff here as possible now. Obviously, right, if it would have been possible, I would have loved to have made potions and stuff like that, like more potions and stuff, but right, now,
What can I?
to her,
All right.
there are no need to persuade
What can I
please,
interest you in?
but I can sell stuff.
A good price for a good price. That's a fair deal. That seems
And the fact that she's one of the early merchants that has 2000 is like really, really good and stuff like that, you know. No, not give away near and root. Piece of honk. I gave away one of the Nern roots. Can I buy it back, please? Please buy the Nern root back. Please don't tell me it's like super expensive though. Please. Please get me back my Nern root. No. God damn it. Yeah, she's not gonna wanna sell me that. However, Grand Soul Game, no less soul, greater soul. Still at hand low is still that amount.
You've made a fine trans.
Yeah, we can still
That's
mix
more
money.
than I'd use. That's a good deal.
So we're almost at the point where we
Come
can
back and
afford
see.
that. Let's see, do we
Let's
have
do
any
business.
spells though? That's useful. Because
Farewell.
we're only really looking for conjuration stuff.
What?
Or
May I
also
interest you in some of
looking
my
for,
fine wares?
we're also looking for, of course, actual Grand Soul Gems, but those should be more expensive. Those should be something around 800 or whatever. Once they start showing up the correct ones. So that's somebody on sale for 30 seconds. That's 40 seconds. That's 30 seconds.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
You do have some skeleton here and some zombie. Skeleton and zombie is that.
Thank. Farewell.
Okay. Because those last longer. Some skeleton actually lasts 40 seconds. Which again now is finally something that can last a decent amount. But whether we go to Shaden Hall, Coral, I think it is in. Where it is, and it's in Coral and Shaden Hall, the correct guild hall. So basically, you need to join the Mages Guild, and then there's a vendor inside the Mages Guild that actually has the really good summons, like the more powerful summons.
Coin for the
And it should not have to do anything with your level, by the way. Just as soon as you join Mages Guild, you should be able to get it. I mean, I don't know if you need to join the Mages Guild, but you know.
What is it?
I think this is the
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Yes, here's a bunch of bound spells, bound raise, bound shield. Both of them are 120 to keep on mace, bound sword. Some flame hunter skill level too low. Enough magic, summon clan fear, summon Daedrox, summon Dremora, summon skeleton champion, summon skeleton guardian, summon skeleton hero, summon spider Daedra, summon faded rate, headless zombie. And then turn on that, of course, and a bunch of other stuff. So get that first. Headless zombie, summon skeleton guardian, summon Dremora, and summon flame antinarch. Right.
Thank you. Mate, are you interested in joining? You'll take care.
Hello.
Keep those.
Hello. I am Al. Bye.
How do you do?
Good to see you. Do you ever spend time in...
I'm Carmen. Bye.
Great. I'm sorry, but I don't think so.
Okay, wanted yeah, I'm a wanted criminal, that's why. So, our magic is at 110. Your skill level is too low. Summon Ghost. Summon Flame Network, skill level is too low. You don't have enough magic, yeah. 6 is the most expensive one. So now that we finally have some more powerful spells, we now have some more powerful conjurations, some potions and notions. And now that we have that, we basically just keep summoning the highest possible one that we can summon, basically. Summon it over and over. Now eventually also once we for example are able to actually kill stuff properly and stuff that once we reach that point, keep in mind of course that with agility, for example, if we raise our agility, then that is the daggers, short swords and bows, which is good. It is interesting though when going back and checking Morrowind, because I did check the instruction manual. Morrowind had of course not only like short sword where it's kind of its own category and stuff that, and then like you had long swords being its own category as well and stuff that. But not only that, right? Enchanting was a skill in Morrowind. I don't know why they like removed enchanting as an actual skill, or if it's something that they never finished for Oblivion, that they didn't have time, or that they just forgot. Because enchanting is of course in the game, but there's no skill level to it. I wonder if that was meant to be the plan at first, to actually have it be a skill level and stuff that, you know. But maybe the reason why it doesn't have skill level is because if it would have had a skill level, it would have become as broken as it was in... Because I'm pretty certain, right, that you cannot do the infinite staffing that you can in the original game, right? That you cast a soul trap basically, and you cast it on the floor, right? And then you cast a fortify attribute. Basically, so in Morrowind you create a spell that you cast on the floor. It needs to be target or touch. I think it is target or touch. You cast it on the floor, but you make it basically like a double spell, and then you make a spell that for example just temporarily raises your stats for just a few seconds. You don't need to like make a super powerful one and stuff that. So make it last a few seconds, and then basically the stat that you throw on the ground will instead be permanent increase, not just for the point when it lasts and stuff that for some reason. And it is because you basically cast a soul trap on yourself. So somehow the soul trap ends up, from my understanding, the way what it actually does is it soul traps the spell somehow. Basically, so it traps the spell, but you don't need a soul gem. So it traps the spell. So then you cast a soul trap on yourself. So now it's like, okay, I'm taking the player's soul. Oh, what's this? The player's soul is like buffed up, and stuff that, and then it like keeps the buff and stuff that, I mean, I see like right if people would have discovered that already, this like to block infinitely like its own stats, and people would have already posted about it and stuff that. Just running around in a circle, spamming the spell until we get to 50 here. Because once we're 50 conjuration, it'll take a little while. That should be enough to summon more powerful ones. And then once we can summon more powerful ones, basically once we can summon more powerful ones, because eventually, right, you can summon more. Oh, those dog breeds on you, I'm pretty certain. Bailey and Kizune. I don't remember seeing those back in the day. Or maybe they were always there. Of course, one thing you could use to reach is create a bunch of like restore like magic over time spells, or rather, because you can. There is no like restore magic spells that you can create. I mean, you can fortify magic, of course, still, but you know what I mean. Yeah, conjuration must increase, and that means now that Antimagica. So level at 110k. So 110 is the most expensive we can cast. I think we can cast Skeleton Guardian. Some Headless Zombie would be even better. That's 25 seconds, that's 40 seconds though. That's 30 seconds for the Flame Mountain knock. Yeah, Skeleton Guardian seems like a pretty good idea actually. So can we now cast this? Yes, we can. It's just Magica that you need to cast it, so technically casting the 101 would be the quickest way to raise the skill. With some potions and lotions. And right, there are some pretty disgusting things, yeah, we can do, yeah. Because this is, yeah, I forgot that that's what it is. Summon them over, so yeah, you summon an actual enemy from Oblivion and stuff that, so, these are all fine and dandy, all of these spells, like Skeleton Guardian and stuff that, but, if we really want to talk about, like, being powerful and stuff that, it's just absolutely insane. Right, and the reason also why we want to raise at every level here is just because we want to have the large magic pool. The large magic pool is very important, and it also increases the skills by a hidden amount, making it also it will be easier basically to cast more spells, stuff like that. So. Yeah, so this is what it will look like in the beginning here now, that this spell will just be super expensive. But then eventually, once we can gain one more level, for example, once we gain one more level, But because eventually this spell will start getting less expensive and stuff like that. Let me just check here. 1, 2, and then 3. That's so. I don't think it was in the strongest mode. It's hard to tell sometimes. Just of that, if it's in the strongest mode or not. The light, basically. Okay. I think one more level, right? And there we go. That's it. And now we need to find the inn. I think we saw it in this. There's something that's an inn because inns can have very, very unique signs to them.
How are you today? Welcome. A little food and drink will do you some good.
Yeah, do you have anything interesting here?
There's one. The room is a farewell.
Okay. And so 5 intelligence, 1 luck, alright, or 4-4. Yeah, let's get 4 speed there. Oh. So now we have 118 magic. Just keep doing this over and over here. Close the door. Just do this over and over. Has the spell gotten cheaper yet? By how much? 91 now for the Remora. Keep in mind that this used to be over 100, by the way. Is what the Remora was at. And this used to be, what was it, 58? Or 48 or something like that, so you can see that it definitely does difference and stuff that as you gain levels. And eventually, once we get to the point that we can cast it twice, basically, then that will just speed up the leveling because it's like what every 4 casts, it's a skill point. We are currently at level. We're at level 18. Yeah. Level 18, and we want our conjuration to max out pretty much. Is the goal now. You might say that, oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to, we're not going to be able to max it out. Eventually it will go slower, of course, as we go higher here. It will start going slower and stuff like that. From just casting once. Sometimes it is better to just find a spell that you can cast twice and stuff like that, instead of just casting it once, but I feel like it's better to do this way because we can just, reset the bed here. And I believe the next really, really big decrease, I think, is 6, because I do think that there are points where there's a really, really big decrease and stuff like that, in the stats. And the cost, rather. But yeah. And of course, anything that has 45 magic on it is going to be something that we're just going to wear all the time. If we find any magic items with 45 magic on it, even if it's not the highest version of it, it will still be very useful. Okay, so that's 60 now on generation. And now the spell is how much? Now the spell is 83. And now also sudden our ghost and scamp is 31, 34 respectively. The zombie is 80 there. Fire Mandrake is 77 now, and the Skeleton Guardian is 74. How much is our magic? Magic stat is 118. Yeah, so for example, yeah. Because even if we went with the lowest tier spell there, if we went with the lowest tier of these, then you know, things are different. We could cast the bound bow spells over and over again. But yeah, because 77 is from the Flame Antidote, but that is 74, right? I want to check how much is it afterwards, okay. 74, so we currently are at 44k, so yeah, it's just gonna be a while until we cast a spell twice. Wait, maybe the thing is used Summon Scamp. Yeah, maybe it's actually more effective to spell the Scamp. Let me see here. Is this more effective or is this too low of spell cost? Yeah, this doesn't seem faster. No. Ah. Because eventually, of course, we will reach a point where the spell will be cheap enough for us to cast it twice. And then I know basically that the thing that's supposed to be a thing is that there is supposed to be conjuration spells that we cannot cast until we reach 75. They should always be spells. I mean, there is supposed to always be spells that belong in each class. There is supposed to be a certain amount of conjuration spells that are novice, and then in each of them, basically, so that I kind of wish that you could see what a spell belongs to, basically use like an extra information. That's something that you could have coded in. Just to show you, okay, like this is a novice spell, this is a journeyman spell and stuff like that. Just to...
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Why were they angry? Am I staying too long here at the place? No?
Have you seen the Brian? See that dog? Great.
Odd folks.
That seems weird. So did the Mora last how long? One doesn't last very long. Not only lasts 20 seconds, yeah. I think that's 78 now. Skeleton Guardian is 69. Nice. 69, so... Oh, 138 then. Yeah, so I mean... We are getting closer now to being able to cast it twice. Or at least one of the more higher spells. If we go for the Summon Skeleton Guardian, basically. We can soon cast that twice. Because that's the thing, it needs to be a higher tier spell, basically. In order for it to be effective. I need to reach a point of where we can cast it twice, of course, obviously. Now you might say, oh, we need to have a custom spell for it to be useful enough against the enemies, but that's actually untrue and stuff that, because, you know... Because eventually there are certain summons, by the way, that... If we can get them, if we can get enough cash, we should be able to get them and stuff that, especially at higher level and stuff that, you know... Because I know that there are certain summons, by the way, that are used... Basically, we don't have any of the Lich summons yet. And not only are they like used a regular Lich summon, basically, like Lich is really powerful because, again, it's Ghost. Now, supposedly, right, if Ghost would have had the effect that it has normally, right? Like then it should be immune to use regular damage, like a mountain lion or a bear shouldn't have been able to kill it, but they cannot make summons that powerful and stuff that, you know, to make it have like the immunity, because normally, right, you need medical weapons to harm like ghosts and stuff that, you know, specifically. But yeah, but then there are, for example, like, what is this? The Skeletal Champion, right? Yeah, Skeleton Guardian. We don't have the champion yet. So there's a champion tier that is hiding the Guardian and stuff that. And then I believe after that it's Hero. Stuff that, something like that. Yeah, and then there's Lich, by the way, and there's also like, what is it, like the Lich is really powerful, but then there are like more powerful versions of the Lich, like a Lich Lord or something like that, I think it is. And like the Lich Lord, I believe, is like master difficulty, I think. I imagine us reaching that point. How much are our spells now? Wow, from 69 down to 63. So that's 120, 126. 126. We have 118 Magica. So, just a few more skill points and we can summon something twice. A few more skill points, man. A few more skill points. We will be able to do the summon twice. We should check every single point here. Now that is 69. Now that is 63. Okay, let's see how much we have left of the one cast. We have 56k. We could just wait a few seconds there and then be able to cast it again, like wait just a little bit here. And now we can cast it. You could do that, for example, but it's better to just do this. But yeah, it definitely seems slower though, just to cast it on its own because it's not expensive enough. But let's see, all of them are eventually gonna be very, very similar in cost and stuff that, even though they're not meant to be that similar in cost. Wait, but how long would these take? The more to get, yeah, now that's 60, so that's now 120. That you need, yeah. I mean, I think it's better to just wait until you can cast this powerful spell twice. Because, yeah, we're not going to turbo pump it up to like 100 now, but basically I want to gain one more level at least. So now that's, how much is that now? 65. Now that's 59. So very, very soon we have enough Magica to cast twice. Yeah, but that's 65.
How are you? I'm consumed. I keep to myself. I keep to myself around here. Be seeing you.
Hey, what did you comment here? He's like being like really impressed by my spells. Being like, hey, were you casting very powerful spells in there? They're like, hey man. Yeah, the thing that I'm imagining, right, is that your character becomes known like by other like people in the main skill, like, oh hey, this person bought a bunch of like, you know, conjuration spells, and then NPCs saw me like throwing a bunch of like the spell and stuff that, you know, and then be like, oh hey, you know, that's really impressive, like here please. 64. So that's 128. Yeah, I think by the point that we reach 75, that will be another level. Because keep in mind that this is a minor skill, so we don't gain that many skill points or towards the level. That's the really big thing that the minor skill does actually, that the minor skills actually do. I mean, the original supposedly minor skills didn't make you level slower. Like your actual level, like the progress towards level, were the same for minor skills and for major skills, which is different in this. It's definitely like you want to gain levels quickly, then you focus on your major skills. So maybe that's something you should actually do on, even though that will be counterproductive. So now that's 62, right? And we are still at, 118 in magic. So yeah. Best thing when you do this, if the game would crash, you don't lose a lot of progress. I'll stop that. 73 now currently. Good. I don't know if the first clip will even be available and stuff that, which would be really bad if it ain't, stuff that, Okay, so now we're at, what are we at? We're at 60 now for that. Damn, Skeleton Guardian is down to 54 though. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that it's gonna go down more than to 59 though. So I'm pretty certain at the very next one. At the very next point, I'm pretty certain that will be enough to cast the spell twice. I think now. And now we can cast it twice. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And now we're at 75. Yeah. Which, by the way, yes, it doesn't make them last longer, sadly, and stuff that. I kind of wish that, having it higher would, do more things. Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that we would gain a level now, but we're gaining it at 76, I'm pretty certain. Next skill point should be a level, I'm pretty certain. Okay, good. Level up. 73. 4 intelligence and 4 speed. So that brings us to our Magica pool to 126. This is good. Meaning now we can do some pretty busted stuff. Although I want to check the prices now for a few things, basically, because I'll keep my what is on mercantile at? On mercantile is at 42. So yeah. Always buy and sell items at the best possible price. So yeah, so that's mercantile. I believe it has to do with every skill point in mercantile, basically makes it so that you can sell stuff for more and more and more and more and stuff that Eventually, of course, once we reach master, you should sell for the value that the item is actually showing as having and stuff that, which is it's really big, by the way. So yeah. So now we can cast this twice, which is of course really good. But yeah. I want to check out that mage guy again though here. I want to check out that mage guy again here. Where? Is that the guy? It kind of looks like him. Are you the conjurer?
Excuse me. If perhaps you should be seeing you.
Okay,
Hello. I'm... Who? I'm think... Yes, she's explored the back... Goodbye.
okay, that's basement. Alright, we don't have access to
Simon
it.
Nutter. Are you... Everyone's sick. Be seeing you.
Okay, so... is this in the morning now?
Greetings.
No, you don't seem to be in the morning yet. So... is this morning or is this nighttime?
Hello.
I mean, he's up
What's
now.
going on
I'm
with
be
you?
seeing you. Yes?
If you are...
I've heard.
you charge weapons.
What can I've heard.
Powerful conjurers.
Knowledge is the key to success in any endeavor. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Yeah, so you still have some bound stuff here. They are actually really, really cheap now. What made them cheaper? I'm guessing because we bought a bunch of stuff from him.
Yes?
Yeah, here's 63 now.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, right? We could get damage in that amount of time, though, and stuff that, and use tank something.
This is a
Good
morning
day.
or an upheaval. Indoril is... It's a
So
now
you can train
is the
me
key
in
to success
operation.
any endeavor. Can I
What
interest
spells
you
do
in
you
some of my
have?
wares?
Oh, someone clan fear. Don't have enough magic for that. Someone Ladroth. Someone skeleton champion. Yeah, there's a skeletal hero. So skeletal champion is 125 seconds. Skeletal hero is 603. So skeletal hero is lower tier. Spider data, faded wraith. Right. All of them are too expensive though, magic wise. All of them are too expensive. You don't have enough magic. Skeletal hero though we could get.
Take care.
It's you. Hi.
They are expensive though. They are very expensive. I mean, you really need to go and shit. Right, but I think that's gonna do it for this time because it's getting late now and stuff. That's yeah, you know. I mean, I didn't plan to record for too long, but you know, now we can probably do progress soon and stuff that you know, because now we have more powerful sounds and stuff that, and you know, like all we need to do basically is just grind money and stuff that, and here's the thing: like once our spells are powerful enough, basically, once our spells are powerful enough, I'm just saving both slots here actually. Right. Actually, let's do that. Let's delete that save. And then we do new save here, so then this would be the third save slot then.
What exactly do you require
Yeah.
of me?
There we go, so there we have 2 and 3 here. So that, because that makes more sense, but yeah, so, you know, because the thing really that is keeping us back now, I feel it's going to be the money and stuff that, and once basically we reach a point, once we reach the point here on master difficulty, once we reach the point where we can actually, you know, where we can actually kill stuff, and that our summons are powerful enough to actually kill stuff, and like tank for you and stuff that, you know, once we reach that point, we will start to be able to make cash, and because we are pretty high level, the stuff that drops should be worth quite a bit, and of course, the more stuff we sell, high mercantile we go, the more money we can make, and then eventually we will start making like we will be able to reach a point where we can have like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 in sectims, or gold rather. But yeah, and once we reach that point, it's going to be UD used, you know. But I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time.